Thank you for joining Tabata. Welcome. I am Joanna and I'm going to take you on a Tabata class. So Tabata class, that means we're doing 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest for each movement 8 times. For today we have some good movements with some modifications, so don't worry. But for any equipment that you might need, well, before I even start, if you're taking this on a replay, that's probably why you're watching right now, please comment below either replay or done when you're done or the total reps when you've completed. For today's workout, equipment you might need is something like an ab mat. We are going to spend a lot of time getting down on the ground and getting back up. Another option is something you can hold for counterweight. So it could be, I'm just using this as an example, but it could be a light med ball, anything between maybe 5 and 10 pounds. You can use a dumbbell, anything of that nature. All right, we're going to welcome everyone coming on live. We're gonna do a warm up, and then we are going to go over the workout real quick, what the movements are, modifications, and then we're gonna do the workout. So let's say good morning. Jean, good morning. Thanks for joining. Missed you for a while. All right, we're gonna get started in just 2 minutes, so hopefully people are joining. If you caught any of that, Jean, you might wanna make sure that you have somewhere soft to lay down on. So I have an ab mat. If you wanna get a towel or anything like that, that's a good idea. And it's really all the equipment you need today. We're not really doing too much of equipment-wise. It's going to be hopefully fun, but it will keep us moving. We won't be standing still for too long. Good morning. Is that Tracy? Yes, it is. Thanks for joining. I will explain later. Just going to give it 1 more minute, see if anyone else joins, and then I will explain anything else you might need. We'll go through the warm-up, and then we'll do a recap, or not a recap, I'll explain the workout movements, and then we'll do the workout itself. All right, hopefully you guys can see me, and that's enough light here. All right, hopefully you guys are doing well. I might have to put something in here that you might be seeing too much of in all the other classes combined, so hopefully I'll be spicing it up in a different good way. Adam's on, Adam's watching, welcome, thanks for joining. All right, so Tabata today, again, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds of rest. Today we're gonna do it a little differently, so we're gonna do each movement twice, and then we're gonna move on to the next one. So we're gonna do it 4 rounds, so we hit each movement 8 times. So that's just a little heads up. For equipment, if you need, I would suggest something soft to lay down on because you're gonna get up and down often. So whether that be a thick towel or anything of that nature that might help soften the blow of what we might be doing today, I would suggest that. Again though, you still want something where you are going to be stable. So you kind of want 2 different types of surfaces, nothing that's gonna be slippery. If you need something for counterbalance, you want it to be between 5 and 10 pounds, and that would be just for a modification, but it's not necessary for today's workout. All right, we're gonna get warmed up. We got a question or something coming in here. Ooh, we got another person joining. Welcome, welcome. Real quickly, since you missed all the intros, you need something soft to lay down on, and something possibly for counterbalance between 5 and 10 pounds. All right, going right to our warm-up. We are going to start with either jumping jacks or high knees or whatever variation that you do. We're doing 15 together. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Feet, hip shoulder width. Hips go back and down for a squat and back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Feet come in under the hips. Keep those knees straight. We're gonna walk out our hands to a high plank. So let's walk on out, high plank, hold. Keep holding. Warming up that core. Good, down dog. Walk those feet back in and stand. We're gonna take a reverse lunge with the right leg. Drop that knee down and twist to the left. So squeezing, opening up this back hip. Good, stand up tall, give this back knee a knee hug. So stretching the hip even more, stand up tall. Take that leg out for a side lunge. Good. Back in, we're gonna walk out to a high plank. Shoelaces are coming undone. Holding that high plank. Down dog. Stretch it out, pedal it out if you need. Walk the hands back in. Stand. Reverse lunge on the opposite leg. Twist right. Good, standing. Take that left leg. Give it a good knee hug. Standing up nice and tall. And then send it out to the side for a lateral lunge. And stand. Good. We're gonna do 2 quad stretches on each leg. Take our ankle, pull it back, you need to hold onto something. If not, just stand up nice and tall. Same thing, other side, we're only holding for about 2 seconds. Pull it back, stand up nice and tall. Same thing, other side. And one more. And rest. All right, we are going to go down into a quarter squat, warm up our mind here a little bit. Quarter squat, we're just down, our hips are going back. We're gonna sit on forward on those toes, and we're just going to march or run as fast as we can in place. Ready? And go. And stop. All right. Whew. Shake it out. Now for the workout. Gonna explain it real quick. If you didn't get any of the equipment yet, that's okay. You might know what you want to get after I explain it. Burpees, movement 1, but we're gonna do it with a little twist. We've done it before, maybe you've missed it. I know you guys are really burpeed out right now, but we're going to do burpees as a reverse burpee. So we go down on our back, lay down, sit up. Don't worry, there's modifications. But to do a reverse burpee, we're sitting down low, hips and heels close together as we reach forward and roll back. Right? So we're starting with that roll back. Even if you start on the ground, you're rolling back. And then you're gonna sit up with momentum and purpose and power. You really wanna sit up, purpose and power, throw your whole body weight forward. Heels close to the hips as much as possible. They might be a little bit wider. And then we're going to press through to stand. Once you stand, you can do a little hop for that burpee at the top. And especially to do a little congratulations for making it all the way up there, right? 4 modifications though. You know, if we're rocking, we're here, we're getting up in it, we can't really get our feet up. 1 modification is to use that counterbalance weight that we talked about. Have the weight here. We roll, and then it helps us move that weight forward onto our toes. Or, if you don't use that weight, nice locked out arms, getting some extra core work there. We're going to cross one ankle underneath our other leg. So we drop that ankle down as we roll back, and we keep the ankle underneath. So I'm pressing through this bottom leg, and you can also, if you need, use those hands. So again, one leg goes under, I drop the knee, and I come back up. From the front, it looks like this, right? So I'm coming here and I'm pressing through my legs, and I'm doing that single leg. And then you can jump. Reverse burpee. Don't hate me too much yet. All right, going from reverse burpee to a curtsy lunge. That's where we cross back over to a lateral lunge. So the same leg, if we start with our right, that goes back for the curtsy, is going to be the one we're going to bend towards on the way out for this lateral. So our other leg's gonna bend and straighten. They're both kind of doing two different work here. But we're gonna stay one side, one leg moving the whole time, and then we're gonna switch on the reverse, okay? Hopefully we're good there, no questions. Next movement, hand walk out to a high plank. With this, it is very important that we keep our head all the way towards our toes. We want to get our head through our shoulders. So if we can, knees locked out, head through, try and get our palms on the ground, walk out to a high plank, and then walk back in. Notice I put my head through my shoulders before I walk back in. If you've been doing that and that's easy for you, you can elevate those legs on a bench or a chair and do it where you're stacked up and now your hips are higher and stacked over those shoulders a little bit more, right? I know some of you might need a new challenge here, so that's something you can add. Or if you'd like and you have a nice sturdy wall that you have nothing that you're going to knock over, you can do it by starting on the ground and do a wall walk. You press yourself up and you walk your hands as close to the wall as possible. Walk back out and lay down and then do it again. Crazy, right? But that is what we're warming up for with these wall walks or these walkouts with our hands, is to be able to hold our entire body. So that's why it's important working those shoulders, that upper body press, especially if you don't have much equipment. This is working our upper body a little bit differently. And last but not least, our side plank, and we're going to be doing hip taps. Again, always bring one ankle or foot over in front and do our hip taps here. We just want to make sure that our hips aren't far behind us. Roll to the side. So if our hips aren't far behind us and we're not doing hip taps around, we want a nice straight line between our heel all the way through our shoulder. And we're working that side oblique. Enough talking. Hopefully you guys figured out what you're gonna do for today's workout, movement-wise. And we're gonna get started. Get a glass of water if you need. Do a couple more jumping jacks if you need. We're starting with those reverse burpees. And remember, 2 reps each movement, and then we're gonna move on. So we're gonna move fast. From movement to movement, there's only 4 movements to remember. All right, cool. 1. All right. Starting with our reverse burpees. Gonna go fast. In. Hopefully you've tried these movements. 10 seconds. While I was explaining them. All right, 3, 2, 1. Reverse burpees. Sit all the way back. Momentum and stand. Sit up with power and force to stand and hop. Again, with Tabata, we're always counting our reps. See how many reps you can do and rest in each round. So have somewhere where you want to write that down. We're doing it one more time. And go. Again, we can cross the ankle over, under, and help press or stand up. Ankle comes under, and we kind of keep it there. Keep working. This is a skill, right? Keep trying it and rest. Moving on. Curtsy lunge to lateral lunge. And go. Curtsy to lateral. Good. Stay with it. Same leg. Keep moving. Once you've got it going, move a little bit faster. Stay in those heels and rest. Other side. Got crazy hair from all these burpees. And go. Other legs working. Back. And that lateral lunge. Lunge to lunge. You got this. And rest. Feet in. Walking our hands out to a high plank. Walk back in and stand. 2, 1, and go. Walk on out, high plank. Or maybe you're walking up the wall. As soon as you get to that plank, walk back up. As soon as you stand, right back down. A lot of up and downs here. And rest. One more time. Don't worry, we're going back through it again. And go. Just imagine it is stations that you're going to within the fitness center. Just not a lot of rest between. Do each movement, each station twice, and then you move on. And rest. All right, last one is that side plank. Hip taps. If the hip taps are too much, and go. If the hip taps are too much, doing that, just stay in this high side plank as much as possible and hold. Rest. Other side. And go. Moving and grooving today. There's barely any rest. And rest. Back to the reverse burpees. Whatever variation you're doing. And go. Try it out. Challenge yourself. Keep that core tight even when you roll back. Protect that neck. Try maybe not to roll back as much. Rest. Maybe keep those toes to the sky. And go. Maybe keep the toes up to the sky and you bring them back down. Whatever works for you. I like to keep it bent so I know exactly where to put my feet. And rest. Whew. Lunges. Curtsy to lateral. Ready. And go. Curtsy and lateral. Get those hips down nice and low. Come on, stay with it. Press through those heels. Core tight. So you can really feel it in those legs. And rest. Other side. Whew. 3, 2, 1, and go. Stay in each heel that you go through. Sitting those hips back on this lateral lunge and rest. All right, our hand walk out to that high plank or on the wall. And go. Walk out, high plank, nice strong plank. As you walk back in and stand. Don't let those hips fall in that plank. It's an arm workout, but it's a total body workout here. We're working the core just as much. And rest. Maybe stretching the legs a little bit, giving them a rest. And go again. Press through those palms. And rest, side plank. And then we're done our second round, we're halfway. Stack the feet and hips up, go. Hip planks, or hip taps. Ooh, balance. And other side. Remember, you can bring that foot in front for some rest. And go. It's really not much rest because it's your top leg, so you're still working that bottom hip. And rest. Halfway through, back to the top, reverse burpees. And go. Reverse burpees. Whew. Lost my momentum. Use those hands if you need. And rest. All right. I have some space to put my feet. And again, come on, practicing it every time. Be mindful of that neck. We're not going back or rolling back too far. And rest. All right, lunges. We got this, come on, let's move. And go, curtsy lunge, lateral lunge, curtsy lunge, lateral lunge. Stay balanced, stay focused on what's in front of you. Try not to look around too much. And rest. All right, other side, other leg. And go, curtsy lunge to a lateral lunge. And rest. Hand walk out to a high plank. And go. Get to those hands being on the ground. Knees locked out. High plank. Right back in. Make sure that nose goes to the toes. Walk those hands back in. working the upper shoulders, pressing through the ground, and rest. One more time here. We got this. And go. Walk on out, high plank. And rest. All right, those side planks. Going right to it in 3, 2, 1. Side plank. Add those hip taps if you can. Remember that elbow right under our shoulder. We don't want it in line with our face. And other side. Resting, moving, and switching. Got one more round after this. Just one. And go. Hip taps. Stay with it. No rest here today. Rest now. Final round, final round. Reverse burpees. And go, reverse burpees. Remember, sit up with power and intention. Really get all that weight forward and rest. Really sit up, get forward, all that weight towards your front so you can stand. And go. If not, move. There's nothing wrong with that. That foot underneath you. And press to stand. Totally a good and difficult option still to do. Right? And rest. Lunges. And go. Curtsy to lateral. One leg. Stay in those heels. Come on, press off hard on those heels to stand up in between. You got this, come on. And rest. Other side. Curtsy lunge, lateral lunge, let's go. And rest. Walk out to that high plank. In 3, 2, 1. And go. Walk those hands out. High plank. Walk back in. And stand. Keep going. And rest. One more time. 3, 2, 1. And go. Hands to the ground. Walk it on out. And rest. Onto our side planks. Come on, last ones. and stretch it out, whatever you need to stretch out for today. So, get a quick sip of water. If you'd like to follow me, you can. If not, thanks for joining. A little different with our Tabata style today. All right, we're gonna get really wide into a sumo stance. Feet super wide. Hinge our hips back and we're gonna get our hands to the ground. So if you need to go a little bit wider with those feet. And we're just going to rest our head. Let it hang. Whew. Maybe you shake it a little, yes and no. If you have it, you want to bind your hands. Add a little extra pull down to the ground. We're stretching our inner thighs and our hamstrings that we worked on with our lunges. And just relaxing that spine. Getting undo your bind, walking your hands to the right, and then walk them to the left. And back to the right again, and then back to the left. Hands come back to the center. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae to stand. Good. You can bring your feet in all the way. We're just gonna get a nice quad stretch here again. Grabbing an ankle, pulling it back, standing up nice and tall. Squeeze. And same thing, other side. Squat down low, grab the ankle. Pull that knee back, stand up nice and tall. One more time each side. Bend down and rise. One more. We're gonna bend down, grab the ankle. Pull it back and stand. Good, shake anything out that you need to shake out. Maybe it's working those shoulders. You can grab one arm around, try and reach the other hand, roll the shoulder back. Even if it's just pressing against our back, roll the shoulder back and keep it back as we tilt the head away. And back to center, shake it out, other side. Just stretching the upper track. We work those shoulders with the walkouts. Maybe you did the wall walks. Yeah, tell me if anyone did that. Other sides again, just twice through. And anything else you need to do, please do. Thank you guys for joining me. If you kept track of your reps, please comment below. I'd love to see them. And have a great day. See you guys.